So YouTube was waiting to say something on back before we to it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you always watch full videos. Support your friends. This nigga wearing contacts? Nah.
So at this point, it has been almost a month since the David situation began to unfold,
are
where the
contacts.
body of a 14-year-old girl named Celeste Rivas Hernandez was found dismembered in the back of his Tesla after it was abandoned blocks from his Airbnb that he was renting and subsequently impounded in Los Angeles while he was on tour.
Where it was is kind of like a strategic area.
I don't get how this nigga is not a suspect when it's your car, bro. That don't automatically mean you did it, but you should still be a suspect. And if plus, she was there for you. Like, if you wasn't the person she was talking to, she wouldn't have been there. So how are you not a suspect, bro?
Where there's only, see, that road right there wraps around to the right and then it connects again to the main road. So there's not too many people that will walk by it. And these hedges on this house are so high that it really takes out people walking on the other side of the vehicle. So I don't know if it was actually done strategically, but if you're going to leave it somewhere, that's as good a place to leave it as any.
And despite him trying to completely ignore the situation at first, continuing his shows, his tour has now been cancelled, the singer has lawyered up, and David is now apparently in full cooperation with the authorities.
Investigators have not publicly linked David to the teen's death. Celeste's family says she had a boyfriend named David and several social media pictures linking them.
And since this all went down, people have posted countless videos, Discord messages, and TikTok and Instagram posts from David and even allegedly Celeste trying to piece together this whole story. And by most logic and reasoning, people think that it does not look good for David at all, but now recent reports might actually suggest otherwise. What we do know now is that Celeste was no stranger to running away from home, and she began doing so when she was only 12 years old. This footage is believed to capture the last time that she would do so. Obtained from the security camera of a nearby liquor store at 7 in the morning, you see her wearing a black hoodie with white sweatpants.
David was living in the Hollywood area, which is where she was found back in February, just a month before.
The owner of the liquor store would go on to describe her as a shy girl who got too caught up in the pitfalls of social media and the internet.
When she missing first time, her sister come in here, asked me, and we start looking at the camera.
My thing is this, all right. They said when she went missing in February, she was found in Hollywood. He lived in Hollywood. Her boyfriend name is David. They got the same massive tattoo. All the photos, the Discord, the live video. Again, I'm not saying that automatically means that he did it. But you should be, again, some type of suspect, bro. She was there for you. You know something. You know something, bro. Again, at that video, because it said, let me see if I can find it right here. Damn, where did it go? The flyer from her mission, from what she was missing. It said she was wearing a black hoodie, some pink sweats, and them Hello Kitty Crocs. It's a video of her supposedly backstage with supposedly this nigga brother. Again, backstage of what? Whose brother? Yours. Your backstage, your brother.
To find out where she go and if we can find anything to get her back.
He says that she would come into his store on a weekly basis to purchase things like gum, soda, and candy. And I really think he makes a great point here that social media is now raising like this whole generation of kids despite what their parents tried to do. It's like the influence at this point is just too strong. So to me it is extremely easy to see how a kid could become enamored by the fame and status that someone like David has, especially if she came from what some might describe as a broken home. We also now know that this photo of David standing with two teenagers was taken less than 0.3 miles away from Celeste's home. There has also been quotes from people who claim to have run in the same circles as David in LA, claiming that they saw him and Celeste together at parties, and that they did present as boyfriend and girlfriend.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Again, I'm not saying that means that he did it. But you know something, bro. You know something. The fact that you just went on tour and this girl was found in your car, like, was she hiding in the car waiting for you, thinking that you finna come unlock it and open it up? Like, things can happen. You broke up with her, you didn't want to be with her no more. You told her, I'm leaving, and she ran out because they said, I think, supposedly she had, it was a key found under her or underneath the car somewhere close by. Forgot how the story exactly went. But if she had the key, you went on tour, she hopped in the trunk, was waiting for you, nigga, tell that. Say that. Like, hey, nigga, 'cause you can't deny that you don't know her. She was a friend. She was always coming by. We were cool. I told her I was leaving. She couldn't come with me. She got mad. She ran off. I left. Went on tour, and this happened. Like, that's still sad, but nigga, like you.
And there seems to be a consensus that people believed that David and Celeste were boyfriend-girlfriend.
The claimants go on to say that they thought that she was a 19-year-old student going to school at USC, and the places they would be partying were intended for a more mature scene that would require someone to be at least 18 years old. Also,
Look, with all this, right? He could have still been treating her like, you know, you're underage. We're not gonna do anything, but you're afraid. You're a fan, and you're always around. In that aspect, he was still wrong for still having her around when she was underage, and she was on the run. But all that don't necessarily mean that he was doing something to her. So, nigga, if you wasn't doing nothing to her, we see that you know her, cause you even went to try to find a backup person to look like her. Like, and why did you do that? Who goes out purposely to go find a girl that looks like somebody that they broke up with or whatever? That's weird. That's weird within itself. Same name, same low skin tone, height, putting her in this girl's hoodie and everything. That's crazy, bro.
Claiming that she frequently wore a jacket with her hood up, so it was hard to gauge her true age.
And when the news came out that she was only a 14-year-old child, they
Top of the morning.
could not believe that, because she also presented herself very maturely.
And that based on David's reserved, more shy demeanor, they never really thought anything of it. And law enforcement has also confirmed that she did have multiple fake IDs.
And they say she had numerous fake IDs.
And there had also been a lot of speculation online that she might have been pregnant. These rumors came about from screenshots from David's Discord where he says that he and some other user have a kid
Nah, the medical examiner already said no.
on the way. But this has been debunked by the medical examiner in the situation, as it has been proven that she was not and had not been pregnant in the last year. We also know that her body was decomposing for at least a couple of weeks before it was eventually found. But the cause of death is still undetermined at this time due to the lack of a toxicology report. There has also been a video obtained that shows Celeste in a shouting match with a neighbor.
Top of the morning. And then, even for the car, nigga, that's a Tesla. Who just abandoned their Tesla?
Around a year ago.
You gonna let a woman talk? Alright, I'm not gonna let your woman talk.
Ain't nobody black right here, homie. We're Southsiders right here, homie. We're Southsiders here. Get it right, homegirl. Shut up with your black talking. You ain't gonna do shit. You better get over there. Get your ass over there, little girl.
This footage appears to be captured on a security doorbell camera, and it really just puts on display like the type of environment.
Oh yeah, and then that situation made me think too. What if it was the parents? What if it was the parents? Because I did hear a story that her parents, again, knew that they knew supposedly that she was dating him, right? Because the brother said that he knew that she was going on a date with this nigga to the movies. That day that she supposedly disappeared or whatever. That's all weird. And then again, they said supposedly they found a key, right? I think to a Tesla. prior to that Tesla. So what if, and then they said that, oh, they ain't seen her in a year, but she's right next door a month before, or a month or two, whatever. So she was there in a shorter time than y'all said, so y'all lied. Y'all knew that she was probably dating this person. Y'all knew he was grown. What if they did something to her, and when it took her back and put her in the car? What if it was the parents
that she was living in at the time? Also, a kid named Damien has come forward and he claims to have dated Celeste in the past, and he spoke about their relationship and her life at home.
Her mom didn't treat her well or whatever, and she didn't like where she was at. We were at PE, and she told me, my friend, that she was running away, and she said it was because of her parents.
I mean, this whole situation...
Like, what if that happened right there? What if her parents popped up with in that area looking for her, and she ran ahead, hopped in the trunk, trying to hide, and then she couldn't get out?
Really is sick. Like, this kid is talking about being in PE together, and then within weeks Celeste was running around the hills of Hollywood doing things that a kid has no business being involved in. The local police have also come forward to say that they were called 33 times in the last 3 years to Celeste's home, so we are kind of piecing together what her home life was really like and possibly why she was running away time and time again. I mean, you can even consider the GoFundMe that was initially started to help her family lay her to rest, that has now been changed to simply donations to help her family, which a lot of people have found suspect as the funds have now reached almost $25,000. David's manager Josh Marshall has also spoken out through a TikTok comment where he tries to debunk the idea that he knew anything about David and Celeste's potential relationship, as the woman in this video claimed that they all lived together for some time at the Airbnb that has now been totally investigated.
A family friend of Celeste Rivas Hernandez sent an email to Josh Marshall, who is David's manager and roommate, back in 2024, February 2024, and in the email was the missing persons report of Celeste and all of her information, and it said, we know Celeste is living with you guys, she needs to return home. One day later, Celeste returned home, and then a month after that, she went back to living with David and his roommate, Josh Marshall. So Josh Marshall was well aware of Celeste.
And plus, you're the manager, and that's they said he owned, or the house was in his name. David just lived in it. So nigga, so you got the keys to this place. I know you popping up. You're the manager, and you got the key to the place. I know you popped up, bro. I know you popped up. And then, as the nigga, the man, if you got this girl, especially if she's young, young girls, they're not cleaning up. We all been teenagers before. Young girls don't clean up all the time. They room or even when they get older, their car be messy. So therefore, I know she's leaving things around the house. You probably like, what the hell? Whose sweater is this? Whose slipper is this? Who hairbrush is this? Bro, you don't know nothing?
Rivas Hernandez's age, and that she was a missing child. Missing persons private investigator Steve Fisher was just on a YouTube channel called Pop Crime TV with Lauren. You guys need to check out that episode. The interview is so good. He gives a lot of information. He talks all about the email and a lot of other stuff that I didn't know about. He also says that the silence from David and Interscope Records and his manager is deafening and not a good look. If you guys know of any other creators who are following this case closely, please tag them below so I can follow them as well, because I am really obsessed with this case and obsessed with getting justice for Celeste Rivas Hernandez.
And he responded to that by saying, "This video is false and the person is misinformed. This is the only time I'll speak on the matter for now. This has been a tough time for my family as I am the father of 3 children. I receive no emails and I'm no one's roommate. I live full-time at home with my wife and kids. My daughter is 14 and this news is affecting so many lives. I never received any email. I had zero knowledge of anything and I don't live in California. Also, I work remotely 95% of the time and my job doesn't require me to have much interaction with any of my clients, including David, as there are many others that work with him on a day-to-day capacity, not me. This news is tragic for so many and for her family. I hope the proper authorities get to the bottom of it soon. Let me remind people that a lot of this is speculation and alleged. Now keep in mind, this guy is well tapped into the music industry, spotting and representing the likes of Lil Mosey, Ruby Rose, and Smoke Perp. Now, why this guy would choose some random, like, not very viral TikTok to make this sort of comment, I do not know. But this is pretty much the only statement we have from anyone involved with David. Yes, the police did stop by his parents' house after getting a report of a gunshot, but that seemed unrelated and possibly like someone just lying and harassing his family. And I will also note here that I did watch this like short documentary that they did around like they do not deserve to be harassed, like just based on seeing what his home life was like and hearing his parents. I mean, I would imagine that this whole thing has been very hard on his family, and they were even pictured at a pawn shop picking up an automatic rifle, so I'm guessing they have been receiving quite a bit.
Yeah, they receiving threats, bruh. Like, people, like, again, we don't have no actual proof that he did anything yet. Again, it might not have been him. It might have just been somebody in his group. All thing I could probably, and like, on is like, bro, you had been talking to her. Good. Why else would she be there, bro? It's too many things that connect you and her together. So like, again, but that I mean that he was doing something to her. She could have just been a obsessed fan, and then she, I don't know, shit. They linked up together. She was cool, and he was like, hey, all right. She just kept coming around. Sometimes that shit happens. That's semi, tad bit understandable. Especially if she got all this fake ID, she probably lying to him.
Heat both online and possibly in real life. Now on David's end, he has hired a top team of lawyers who have represented the likes of Harvey Weinstein, as well as a top criminal defense attorney named Blair Burke, who has worked for Lindsay Lohan, Kanye West, Mel Gibson, and Britney Spears. But for now, I would say that that's really all the updates. I did see countless reports that David was not being listed as a suspect, but these are really just clickbait, because at this time, there are no public suspects. There's no one who's a public person of interest. And I want to make it very clear that David has not been cleared by the police by any stretch of the imagination. Now obviously I will continue to keep you guys updated on the situation, so y'all make sure you subscribe. I did also want to say real quick, I'm sorry for the lack of uploads recently. I know some of you have been leaving me comments talking about, oh, I missed the old Jamari, why haven't you been posting? And recently, and kind of like really this whole year, I have just been kind of getting myself right. So I am sorry for the lack of uploads, but I do think from here moving forward, I am going to go back to more of like my regular upload schedule, which should be at the very least like 10 to 15 uploads a month. So thank you guys for sticking with me. But as you guys,
I think we have some good videos, bruh. Make sure you like and subscribe.